On an early summer morning, Melissa awoke in her grandmother Donna's house. Sunlight streamed through the curtains, bathing the room in a warm glow. She stretched and smiled, eager for another day with her beloved grandmother. Donna lived alone in a small house on the village outskirts, surrounded by dense forests. Melissa often visited on weekends to help with chores and enjoyed time together. Though elderly with poor eyesight, Donna remained cheerful and optimistic. Melissa descended to the kitchen, where she found her grandmother preparing breakfast. They settled comfortably at the table, savoring delicious pancakes and a leisurely conversation. Suddenly, Melissa noticed strange movement in the garden. It seemed like the neighbor's kitten, which sometimes visited. Stepping outside to pet the little fluff ball, Melissa froze in surprise. On the lawn, awkwardly stumbling, was not a kitten, but a real lynx cub. She could not believe her eyes. Cautiously, she approached the cub, who curiously gazed back at her with big amber eyes. When Melissa told her grandmother about it, Donna was very surprised because she had bought a beautiful kitten a few days ago to give her beloved granddaughter an unusual gift. It turned out that the local hunter Philip had deceived Grandma, taking advantage of her poor vision. The man had sold her a lynx cub instead of the promised kitten. Melissa was outraged by such a deed, but now they had to decide what to do with the cub. Nevertheless, Melissa liked the new pet so much that she persuaded her grandmother to keep him and name him Rocky. The next few days, Melissa and Donna devoted themselves to taking care of the cub. They'd fed the lynx, played with him, and gradually got him used to the house. The lynx turned out to be surprisingly affectionate and playful. He quickly became attached to his new owners, especially to kind Donna. Janice, Melissa's mother, who lived in the city, was horrified to learn that a lynx cub now lived at Donna's house. She tried to explain to Donna that keeping a wild animal at home was far from the best idea. Janice insisted that they send Rocky to a sanctuary or a wildlife rehabilitation center, but Donna would not hear of it. In the end, Janice gave in and even allowed Melissa to help her grandmother in raising and caring for the unusual pet. Melissa was happy. She just loved spending time with her beloved grandmother, especially now that Rocky had appeared in the house. Weeks went by and Rocky grew quickly. His clumsiness was replaced by graceful strength, his soft fur became thicker, and his paws grew impressive claws. But despite all the changes, Rocky remained just as affectionate and obedient. Melissa and Donna arranged a separate room for him in the house and fenced off part of the garden so Rocky could walk outdoors. They tried to limit the lynx's contact with strangers, understanding that Rocky was not a pet. A year passed. Rocky turned into a handsome young lynx. His muscular body was covered with thick, reddish-gray fur with characteristic black spots. His amber eyes looked intelligent and attentive. Despite his impressive size, Rocky remained gentle and obedient with his owners. Donna often thought about Rocky's future. She understood that sooner or later they would have to let the wild animal go free, but every time she saw her granddaughter's happy face playing with her beloved pet, she put off the conversation. Many funny and touching incidents happened with Rocky. Once, he accidentally knocked over a flower jar on himself and ran into the garden, leaving white footprints behind. Donna and Melissa laughed for a long time while washing the disgruntled and frightened Rocky in the bath. Another time, Rocky brought Donna a mouse he had caught, apparently trying to please her with a tasty treat. Grandma was so touched by this gesture that she couldn't scold the pet for the dirty bedspread. Rocky loved playing with a garden hose. He could chase the stream of water for hours, trying to catch it. Melissa used this game to keep Rocky moving more and not gaining extra weight from home life. When it rained outside, Rocky loved to sit on the windowsill and watch the raindrops trickle down the glass. His fascinated gaze and twitching tail showed his genuine interest in this natural phenomenon. One day, Donna accidentally locked herself in the pantry. Rocky heard her call and began to meow loudly, attracting Melissa's attention. Thanks to him, the girl quickly found and freed her grandmother. In winter, Rocky loved playing in the snow. He would jump into snow drifts, burrow in the snow, and then jump out like a fluffy snow monster. Donna and Melissa couldn't get enough of this sight and laughed heartily, having fun with their beautiful pet. Rocky quickly learned how to open doors. Now they had to lock the fridge, otherwise the clever animal could get to the treats. Once, Melissa caught him eating an entire chicken, which he had skillfully pulled out of the freezer. Every day, the bond between Rocky and his owners grew stronger. He seemed to feel their mood. When Donna was sick, Rocky wouldn't leave her bed, quietly purring and warming her with his warmth. Despite his impressive size, Rocky remained very gentle. He learned to gently take treats from their hands, never using his claws during play. His favorite activity was lying on Donna's lap while she read a book in her favorite chair. The neighbors gradually got used to the unusual pet. Some even came specially to see Rocky. The children loved watching the majestic lynx play in the garden, chasing butterflies or rolling a large ball. Once, a fox, attracted by the smell of the chicken coop, wandered into the garden. Rocky immediately chased away the uninvited guest, protecting the territory and the livestock of his family. After this incident, the neighbors began to treat him with even more respect. Melissa started studying Link's behavior in the wild to better understand Rocky's needs. She tried to provide him with enough physical activity and a varied diet similar to his natural diet. Meanwhile, Donna knitted a warm vest for Rocky for the winter. Although the lynx did not need extra warmth, Ranma insisted on putting it on during particularly cold days. The sight of the majestic predator in a knitted vest brought a smile to everyone who saw him. Rocky showed amazing sensitivity to the emotional state of his owners. When Melissa got upset about problems at school, he brought her his favorite toy as if trying to comfort her. With the arrival of spring, Rocky became especially active. He could watch the birds coming to the garden for hours, quietly sneaking up on them but never trying to catch them. It seemed he understood that this was his home, not hunting grounds. One warm summer evening, Melissa was sitting on the porch watching Rocky chase butterflies in the garden. Suddenly, she heard loud music and screeching brakes. A car pulled up to the house and a group of impudent guys tumbled out. Melissa tensed. She recognized these boys as local troublemakers who often caused trouble around the neighborhood. The girl got up and walked towards the gate, hoping to avoid a confrontation. However, the guys noticed the beautiful young girl and immediately started harassing Melissa, trying to drag her into the car. The girl resisted, but the troublemakers were much stronger. Melissa's heart pounded as the rough hands of the bullies gripped her wrists. She tried to scream, but fear choked her throat. The girl could smell alcohol in the attackers and realized that the situation was becoming more dangerous with every second. Out of the corner of her eye, Melissa noticed movement in the bushes. For a moment, she felt a surge of hope, but then terror gripped her. What if it was the bullies' friends coming to help them? At the moment when Melissa had already given up, expecting the worst, a loud roar was heard nearby, sending shivers down everyone's spine. Rocky jumped out of the bushes, his fur standing on end, his eyes blazing with fury. The wild animal moved with a grace and speed Melissa had never seen before. His muscles rolled under his skin, and his claws left deep grooves in the ground. The lynx's eyes glowed with rage, making even the largest bully recoil. Rocky's roar reverberated through the air. Melissa felt the grip on her hands loosen, seizing the chance to break free. She stumbled and fell, but immediately sensed Rocky's warm body beside her. The lynx stood protectively over her, poised to attack anyone who dared approach. The boys backed away, fear evident in their eyes. Rocky stood his ground, growling and baring his teeth, ensuring the bullies kept their distance. They scrambled to their car, tripping and shoving each other in their haste. In seconds, they sped away, leaving a cloud of dust behind. As the dust settled, Melissa's body trembled with the remnants of fear. She hugged Rocky tightly, burying her face in his soft fur, feeling her heartbeat gradually steady. In that moment, she knew things could have ended disastrously if not for her loyal friend. She clung to Rocky, whispering her gratitude for his protection. This incident forged an even stronger bond between Rocky and his family. It proved that Rocky was more than just a pet. He was a true family member, ready to defend his loved ones from any threat. Life for Donna, Melissa, and Rocky soon returned to normal. They continued to cherish each other's company, sharing their joys and concerns. Their story became a testament to how kindness and love can conquer any challenge.